What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And since you guys are still not bored of seeing these underdogs just yet, I decided once again to bring you guys some gameplay using a character that I have never been able to use to accomplish anything in Marvel Future Fight up until today. This time in Singularity, our little blue friend. I guess he's kind of blue. Anyways, Singularity was a character that when I came to this game, because of how hard she was to attain, it took me a very long time to build the character, and I thought that meant she was going to be freaking amazing because you can't get her in normal bioselector. And for some reason in my head I thought, you know what, she's hard to attain, that must mean she's incredibly powerful. And to my disappointment, she was absolutely awful. I shouldn't say she was because she still kind of is for how exclusive of a character she is, okay? Damage at tier 1 is non-existent. Same goes for her survivability for the most part, even though she's rocking 4 iframes. She has an iframe on the 1, the 2, the 4, and the 5. And you would think with that many iframes, coupled with 40% increase to guaranteed dodge when you get it to tier 2, that would make her one of the tankiest characters in the game. But that is not the case, guys, because her skills are so slow and her iframes are at really inconvenient and not very useful places. And as you can see, when you get her to tier 2, she's also getting a 40% increase to skill damage and a 30% increase to bonus damage. But do not let that fool you. That is just because of how low her DPS is at tier 1, okay? So Singularity, even though she's a really rare character, should not be a priority for you guys unless you are like me and you just build characters to complete your roster, okay? So that being said, boys, let us actually go ahead and take a look at the overall build, and then we'll jump into a little bit of gameplay with her. I know some of you guys may be getting tired of this type of video and you want me to go back to the meta, but for those of you guys who are enjoying this, smash that like button, because maybe, just maybe, Hulkling and all those other characters that you want to see, they might just make it to the channel sooner than you guys think. Anyways, as you can see right here, man, 113 for attack speed, 50% for critical rate, 200% for critical damage, 45% for ignore defense, and 50% for reduce cooldown duration. As for her gears, everything is at 20, obviously, because she's at tier 2, but that's where I would stop if I were you guys. Personally, I would never give her any Urus. I feel like that's a wasted investment, but that's just my opinion. It's completely up to you guys what you want to do. When it comes to Singularity, I feel like outside of a Shadowland relay or a boss mode clear, you're not going to get too much out of the character besides just the leadership. She does have a decent 4-star passive, and she has some crowd control on the 3 right here. Once upon a time, she was one of the best crowd control characters in the game, and I used to be very afraid of facing her in Battle World because of the pull on this freaking skill. She was at one point the master of crowd control, but those days are long dead, okay? As for her ISO set, I'm rocking Overdrive. RNG is a real freaking troll. I'm telling you, characters that I barely ever use, they're the ones that end up with Overdrive. As for her custom gear, I decided critical damage to bump up her DPS as much as possible because she desperately needs that, and I decided invincibility was the best thing to go for, even though, like I said, she's rocking 4 iframes and guaranteed dodge. You think with that much survivability in your kit natively, you would go with a damage proc right here to scale her DPS, but I find that if I did that with her, because I've tried it, her DPS was still low and her survivability was just not enough to get anything done with the character. But that being said, guys, let's jump into some gameplay. Alright, boys, so we're gonna play a little game of keep away right here. Rotation for me is actually gonna be 5 into 3 into 2 into 4, and then we're just gonna run away and try not to take any burn damage. It's gonna be really hard because of the radius on their skills, but the burn damage is what I'm most afraid of in here because that will kill me. Whew. And Angela is relentless. I'm gonna show you some love real soon though, Angela, don't worry. Yo, Ghost Rider, can you chill, bro? Woo! That took off a massive chunk of my HP. Yeah, her skills are just way too slow. I hope one day she gets a uniform. or a rework. But at this point, I really give up on Netmarble ever reworking any of these characters. I feel like the most we're gonna see is a premium uniform because reworks are free, uniforms are not. And yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen for every one of these characters that you guys have been seeing lately. Is going to be a uniform because uniforms make Netmarble money, reworks not so much. Okay. And I got to talking, I took some damage there. But as you guys can see, man, we finally got something out of Singularity. Not pretty, not that easy, but we got something done with her. That's all I have to really share for this one, guys. Like always, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content just like this one, don't forget to destroy that like button and leave me some names of who you'd potentially like to see me use next. Because even though I don't respond to every single comment, which I do try, I just can't get to them all sometimes. I see you guys. Believe me, I'm in the comments. I'm one of those people who I take pride in responding to as many of you guys as I possibly can. Okay, because you guys are my bros. You guys are my family. Okay, with a capital F. But we out, boys. Peace.